Bob, what are the closing costs that I should expect when I sell my home?
Well, Jason, there are several costs that you should expect when you sell your home. The biggest one is the broker's commission. Many times a seller will hire a broker to list and show their property. Brokers typically ask 6% nationwide. Sometimes that's negotiable depending on the broker that you deal with, depending on the difficulty they anticipate in the sale, and also the sale price. Obviously, the higher the number, several $1 million, may dictate a smaller percentage. A few hundred thousand may dictate a slightly higher percentage. So that's the largest cost that a seller will incur. Then, at least in New York City, we have two sets of transfer tax. We have a New York City transfer tax and a New York State transfer tax. And a transfer tax is imposed on the gross sale price of the property. There are no deductions whatsoever. So, for instance, a $500,000 property will be subject to a 1% transfer tax on the city level of $5,000 and a 0.4% transfer tax on a state level, $2,000, a total of $7,000 a homeowner seller would incur in the sale of a $500,000 property. Then, of course, you have to pay off your mortgage. Although that's not really an expense, that is a deduction from the gross proceeds that you will receive. Then you have the attorney's fees. Attorney's fees typically are in the $1,000 to $2,500 range, depending on the type of the property or the work that's involved. So those are really the big expenses that a seller should contemplate in the sale of their property. Sometimes I tell a seller to think as follows: you're paying 6% to the broker, you're paying 1.5% to the transfer tax, that's 7.5%, maybe between legal fees and miscellaneous fees, another 0.5%. So if you want to figure 8% of your sale is going to go towards expenses, that's usually a pretty safe figure. And once again, some of those are negotiable. So those are all of the fees that a seller should anticipate when they're getting ready to list their house and sell it.